So I wanted to take some time today to explain just exactly what is the Legionnaire. I've been going at it for a couple of years now. I've gotten a few other people to help me out, and I just want to take a few minutes here to record a little video and just talk about what it's about. So I am a practicing Catholic. My name is Albert William Vogt III. Um, I also have a PhD in American history from Loyola University in Chicago, and I have a passion for movies. I've had it since I was a little kid. My favorite movies growing up were the Star Wars movies. I watched those religiously, and I um, it really grew my passion for watching movies and I think eventually it really made it so that I was uh, really in love with film in general. So when I got to my PhD program, I still loved film and I wanted to do something with film. So I decided to study how Catholics were portrayed in film. And if you're ever bored out of your mind, um, you can go on to, uh, excuse me for that, you can go on to um, uh, the worldwide interwebs and look up my dissertation, which is called The Costume Catholic, and read it if you want to. It's uh, not a requirement. But anyway, so one thing that this blog is it's not the Legion of Decency. Now, the reason I bring that up is when I was putting together my blog, I knew about the Legion of Decency. I had studied the Legion of Decency while I was doing my dissertation, and I know what that's about. Legion of Decency, if you're not familiar, was this Catholic movie watchdog group in the 40s, and well, it started in the 30s, late 20s, really, 30s, 40s, 50s, into the 60s. Um, and they would put out these pronouncements in church bulletins across the country as to what they thought was a good movie and morally acceptable movie and what was not. Um, that's not really my goal here, but I use an image from the Legion of Decency in order to uh, kind of give you an idea of what I'm about. I don't want to necessarily um, control what it is that you guys watch in any way. I'm just a practicing Catholic who wants to give my perspective on a certain movie. And as a practicing Catholic, you know, I view our culture, not just movies, but our culture in general, through that lens. And, you know, one of the things that the Legion of Decency was trying to do was to basically warn people about certain movie content. Now, since then, movie content has gotten, how should I put it, a lot more diverse, a lot more violent, a lot more raunchy. Um, there used to be, I don't want to say controls, but there used to be ways or things that are guidelines that uh, studio productions uh, used to have to follow in order for them to be put into movie theaters. And actually, Catholicism or Catholics were behind that push. Um, I have no affiliation to any major movie studio. I have no say over any script I have no control over what is put into the movie theaters, but I think it's important still um, to point out when a movie maybe uh, crosses a line where it's very difficult to see any sort of value in it. Um, and when I write my reviews, or when Cameron writes his reviews, or whoever else might want to write for me in the future writes their reviews as a practicing Catholic, we watch these movies. We'll watch them with an open mind, but if there's aspects of them that we feel you might want to be aware of and potentially avoid, then that's fine. Um, if you feel like you can handle these things, that's fine too. Um, it's your choice, really. I'm trying to help you with your movie choices, and by helping you, hopefully, maybe I can cause you some things that might damage your soul, that might lead you into sin. I don't know. But I think it's a good thing to be aware of these things. But at the end of the day, I have no affiliation to the Legion of Decency. The Legion of Decency isn't even officially around anymore. Um, Catholic newspapers across the country do have movie reviews, and they kind of fulfill the same role as Legion of Decency once did, but um, that's not really my shtick. And at the same time, while I will be warning people about certain aspects of films, um, my goal is also to show how a movie can be seen in a good way through a Catholic lens. So, in in a lot of ways, this can be pretty surprising. When I watch a movie, I take notes, and because my faith is so much at the surface of my thoughts and my feelings. When I watch something that connects with a certain aspect of my faith, then I jot that down, and as I said, that can uh, come up in a lot of ways that I don't necessarily expect. So, um, just I ask that you approach this with an open mind. Um, Also know that I I also know a little bit about the technical side of movie making, and I will give my opinions on plot points, on aesthetic things that might not necessarily be strictly regarding faith, but from a genuinely movie critic point of view. Um, I have my own, uh, I like to say, snarky sense of humor. Um, so whenever I think of a joke to slip in there, I will do so, because I try not to be too serious all the time. But again, at the same time, you can't be not serious about the things that are put in movies, because you know it's been difficult for the movie industry, as it has been for all of us the past year or so. But movies are still one of the ways in which our culture is shaped, and we are also shaped by that culture. Um, so I really see this as a service, as a way of helping people navigate the insanity that that is our culture sometimes. Um, and if you're watching this video and you've gotten to this point, and you're a movie buff like me, and a practicing Catholic, and you want to join Cameron and I, and whoever else might come along in the near future, in writing for the Legionnaire, uh, I'm accepting applications. But In the meantime, enjoy the blog. I hope to expand it in various ways in the future, and I'm open to suggestions and feedback and any other kinds of opinions you want to offer. But in the meantime, God bless.